Welcome to Grandeur Decoded, where we dissect the world's most spectacular achievements and reveal the strategy, engineering, and sheer human audacity behind them. Today, we're decoding a mega project so bold it barely feels real. A shimmering cube towering 400 meters above the desert, designed to hold an entire world within its walls. This is the Mukaab, the centerpiece of Saudi Arabia's new Mukaab development, and the most ambitious architectural cube ever attempted. Most people see the renderings and assume it's sci-fi concept art, but the Mukaab isn't fiction. It's a funded, approved, and rapidly advancing $50 billion centerpiece of Riyadh's plan to reinvent itself by 2030. If completed, it would be one of the largest built structures on the planet, with enough interior space to fit 20 Empire State Buildings. That alone sounds impossible, but the wild part is the engineering logic behind making a hollow cube stable enough to survive the desert's heat, sandstorms, and massive internal loads. The deeper you look, the more unbelievable this thing becomes. So let's decode 10 facts that explain how this gigantic cube is supposed to work, why it's being built, and what it would take to actually finish it. First, the scale. The Mukaab is designed as a perfect geometric statement: 400 meters tall, 400 meters wide, and 400 meters long. That's taller than most skyscrapers, but unlike a skyscraper, this is essentially a massive box. Traditional towers distribute weight vertically through a tight footprint. The Mukaab spreads that weight across enormous spans, which introduces engineering nightmares. The structure needs a hybrid system of mega columns, a reinforced exoskeleton, and internal trusses that act like a city-sized shelf. Engineers have described it as building a fortress, a mall, a theme park, and a high-rise all at once, but inside a single continuous frame. Its shape is inspired by the murabba, or square, common in Najdi architecture, but scaled to a level no historic builder could ever imagine. Second, the exterior. The facade isn't just decorative, it's a layered lattice that protects the interior from extreme heat while giving the cube its distinctive patterned identity. The desert in Riyadh can exceed 110 degrees Fahrenheit regularly, so the building needs a sunscreen, literally a massive patterned shield, to reduce solar gain across millions of square feet. Behind that lattice is a high-performance glazing system engineered to handle thermal expansion across panels the size of garage doors. Designers needed a facade that still looked elegant from miles away without melting like a giant gold ingot in the summer. Third, the inside is basically a vertical city. The center of the cube isn't empty. It's dominated by a colossal internal tower surrounded by layered platforms that hold hotels, residential units, shopping districts, museums, offices, and entertainment sectors. Instead of traditional floors, the interior is organized into stacked zones, almost like a 3D city. The central tower alone is designed to reach nearly as high as the cube itself and anchor the entire internal structure. It's not a hollow box. It's a fully functioning district with streets in the sky, suspended walkways, and infrastructure tuned for up to hundreds of thousands of daily visitors. Fourth, the immersive sky. This is the part people think is fake. The Mukaab is planned to use one of the largest interior projection systems ever created, essentially a 360-degree digital canvas that simulates skies, stars, environments, and thematic visuals for the mega attractions inside. Think Las Vegas Sphere, but stretched across an entire architectural world. This feature alone demands insane power, data distribution, and cooling. You're not lighting up a dome, you're lighting up a 400-meter cube. It's basically building a digital universe indoors. Fifth, structural cooling. The internal heat load of a space this large, with thousands of occupants, lighting systems, projectors, restaurants, and transportation, is immense. Engineers plan to use a combination of district cooling, radiant systems, and high-efficiency air distribution to keep the interior comfortable. Desert cooling isn't just about temperature, it's about humidity control, air movement, and protecting equipment. A structure this size is practically an industrial facility disguised as a luxury destination. Sixth, the economic strategy. The Mukaab isn't being built because it's pretty. It's a centerpiece of the new Mukaab master plan, a 19 square kilometer district that Saudi Arabia wants to turn into a global tourism anchor, generating tens of billions of dollars annually. The timing matters. Saudi Arabia is trying to diversify its economy away from oil, and mega projects like this signal a shift toward tourism, entertainment, and international business. The Mukaab is meant to be a showpiece, a statement that Riyadh can build at the same mythic scale as Dubai or Singapore, but with its own cultural signatures. 7th, transportation. One of the most underrated facts is how people will actually move around inside. The cube will integrate autonomous transit, vertical mobility systems, high-capacity elevators, and pedestrian networks. You can't move tens of thousands of visitors through a cube efficiently with normal elevators. Engineers are planning multi-directional lift systems, similar to the ones tested in Germany and recently proposed for large-scale commercial developments. It's not just up and down, it's lateral movement inside a structure the size of a city quadrant. 8th, power consumption. A megastructure loaded with digital displays, lighting, cooling, and entertainment venues requires staggering energy. The Mukaab is expected to be fed by renewable heavy systems, including solar fields tied into Riyadh's grid. Whether this will cover the full demand is an open question, but planners are marketing New Murabba as a model for energy-efficient urban design. If they can offset even a fraction of the internal load with renewables, it becomes a global case study in sustainable mega construction, at least on paper. 9th, the timeline. Officially, New Murabba aims for completion around 2030. Realistically, a structure of this scale pushes every boundary of construction logistics. You need materials transported in extreme conditions, thousands of skilled workers on rotating schedules, and unprecedented coordination across structural, mechanical, and digital teams. Even with Saudi Arabia's massive funding, these timelines tend to slip. But progress is real. Land clearing, early infrastructure work, and procurement announcements have already begun. This isn't a fantasy blueprint. The machine has started moving. 10th, the skeptics. Large projects always attract criticism, and the Mukaab is no exception. Some question the environmental impact, the long-term cost, or the practicality of maintaining an indoor digital city. Others view it as part of a global trend toward hyperspectacle architecture, megastructures designed not just for function, but for headlines. But that's exactly why people keep searching it. The Mukaab sits at the intersection of awe, disbelief, ambition, and controversy. It's the kind of project that makes viewers stop scrolling and think, how is this even possible? So what does the Mukaab represent? Not just a building, but a pivot. It signals a world where countries compete through architectural imagination as much as economic power. A world where cities reinvent themselves by building the unbuildable. Whether you think it's visionary or excessive, the Mukaab forces a conversation about what we're capable of and what we're willing to attempt when ambition meets engineering at full scale. Thank you for watching Grandeur Decoded. If you love exploring the world's most spectacular achievements, subscribe and decode the next one with us.